In the early morning hours of March 11, 2022, police received a call related to a shooting near I-75 highway in Atlanta. Upon arriving on the scene, investigators found two men shot, one already deceased and the other in urgent need of medical care. The surviving victim would pass away soon after arriving to the hospital. The victims in this brutal attack were 31-year-old Christian McMillan and 28-year-old Darius Ford. Investigators believe this tragic incident was just one in a long string of tit-for-tat shootings between rival gangs YSL and YFN.
I want to direct your attention to two separate locations that you responded to in March of 2022. First, I want to direct your attention to March 11th, 2022. Did you have the occasion to respond to I-7585 northbound and Fair Drive?
Yes.
And why did you respond to that location?
I was called to that scene for a homicide.
And why were you requested to go to that location?
There was a vehicle on the expressway with a passenger who was deceased and another male had been transported.
What did you find when you got there?
I found a grayish looking vehicle with defects all around the driver's side, the rear, and the passenger side, with a deceased male sitting in the passenger seat, front passenger seat.
Did you see any of the shell casings?
Yes, they were on the expressway.
With the car, was there anything sitting on top of or around the car?
There was a handgun sitting on the roof of the vehicle.
On what side of the vehicle?
The driver's side.
And you said there was a passenger still seated in the car. Were they alive or deceased?
They were deceased.
Did you find any weapons on that individual?
He had a handgun in his waistline area.
Now, you talked about shell casings. How far did the shell casings stand on that highway?
I don't really remember too much, but I know they were before we hit the vehicle.
When you say before you hit the vehicle, what do you mean?
So they started a little bit further back, going towards where the vehicle was at.
And did you take pictures of the scene as you found it?
Yes.
And have you had the opportunity to review some of those photographs that you took on March 11, 2022?
Yes.
The shootings left the vehicles riddled with bullets and dozens of shell casings littering the road. McMillan and Ford were both associated with the YSL group, whose most prominent member is rapper Young Thug. In the hours following McMillan and Ford's death, investigators noticed social media postings and wiretap telephone calls mourning the pair's death and purportedly promising revenge.
In the caption, and it says 4L.
What Mr. McMillan is wearing?
It appears so.
Okay. Looking at 448 VV, are you familiar with the Instagram handle Bentley BZ4L?
I am.
How are you familiar with that Instagram handle?
That's the Instagram account associated with Christian Eppinger.
All right. And again, is this another post of Christian Eppinger, or a post of Christian Eppinger posting both? Is that Mr. McMillan and Mr. Ford in that picture?
Correct.
All right. Are you familiar with the Instagram account og.bool_?
Yes.
How are you familiar with that Instagram account?
That's the social media account associated with Shannon.
Okay. And is this a post that was posted on that account?
It was.
And what does it say?
Just rest, Mac. I got you, man.
And are there emojis?
There are.
What are the emojis?
A crying face, a broken heart, a bandaged heart, and the devil emoji.
Following McMillan and Ford's death, numerous YSL rivals posted incendiary social media posts, like this one directed at McMillan's child and this one disrespecting Ford. Investigators had previously tapped YSL members' telephones and captured some of their reactions following learning of McMillan and Ford's demise.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was crazy, boy.
Man, I was just going through what I'm calling when I had them posts. He told me, man, tell Corey, I said, welcome home. I told you that.
Yeah, that's what I got there. I'm like, man, that's just too crazy.
But that's a fool. Well, I'm like, damn, boy.
They hit him more on this.
I don't know. I think he the one that got shot in the head. I don't. Like, everybody been said he had died first. Like, that's what they were saying at first. They were just like, bro was in critical condition for a minute.
I heard he got hit in the head.
Yeah, but Roger had and goddamn told me what happened to him. He had them DM me like, man, bro just died too. So we just turn on the video chat shit. But he was like came from, Roger said it came from Summer Hill, but Quay just said they got into it with when they was at Chit Chat, they got into it with them henchmen niggas.
Who niggas?
Man, I think them niggas all I run them folk, man. You know, on phone me going back and forth, they gonna answer.
All I run?
Nah, not him, but like his little young nigga.
Oh yeah, I heard that little Hitchman shit.
Yeah, Quay say when B Slime just had the show, on phone B Slime them got down, rushed to the car to get the file, some shit they hadn't got into it.
Yeah. That's crazy right now.
My cousin just called him, so he know what he told him just pull up. He got down, he know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm finna pull up and got down, see what the hell going on.
So what the hell he was coming from the car?
Yeah, man, they went to LaCour, man.
Oh yeah, so I thought he went to traffic or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought, cause everybody going to traffic. I be telling that nigga they go to traffic. But I ain't even saying that to him last night, saying to put their clothes on.
Demikion Garlington and Shannon Stillwell are two figures who investigators believe played a central role in the next phase of this morbid set of events. Investigators say that in the hours and days following McMillan and Ford's death, YSL associates took to social media to post their grief and also to express their desire for revenge. In one post from an account investigators associate with YSL associate Shannon Stillwell, the poster says that he won't be the only one crying, implying that the other side will have a reason to mourn soon as well. Investigators say that this revenge would come soon enough, in the form of the murder of Shymel Drinks in the evening hours of Monday, March 14, 2022. A 911 call captured the horror of the scene after Good Samaritan Kevin Cheeseborough stopped to assist a car that appeared to be disabled at a stoplight.
Atlanta 911, operator 7663. What's the address of the emergency?
I'm on the, oh my God, it's the I-20 West, I-20 East, exit, what is this? Oh my God, I don't know what's that.
Hey, do you need
exit number?
police, fire, or EMS today?
I'm sorry?
Do you need police, fire, or EMS today?
It's an EMS, so basically I'm in traffic.
EMS. You need an ambulance? Do you need an ambulance?
It's not me. It's for someone in a car.
Hold
They're
on.
sitting in a car and they're not shot.
We were telling you to hold on for an ambulance.
EMS, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm unsure. If I gave you an exit number, would you be able to find it?
Yes, sir. Go ahead with it.
I think it's like exit 56B. It's like the I-20 West, I-20 East, how you get on to I-20 West, I-20 East.
So, do I have to, you're on Windsor Street trying to get on 20 West, or are you on 20 West getting on Windsor?
I think I'm on Windsor trying to get on I-20 West or East. It's like you can go either way. And essentially there's a car here, and someone in the car, he's not moving, and there's a gun hole in the door. And I'm not really trying to find out more, but that's basically what I deduce from the situation.
Okay, so give me 1 second, okay?
No problem. Oh,
give
my
me 1
God.
second. And you're on Windsor Street?
I think this is Windsor. I think this is Windsor. 56D. I know, I can kind of see on the highway, and I see it says 57, like as the next exit. So I think it should be 56D.
Okay.
I just have a question. You're on Windsor, but you're seeing exit signs beyond the exit that you're at. How is that?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Are you sure you're on a Surface Street?
Am I sure I'm on what street?
You're on a surface street.
Surface Street.
Yeah, are you on an actual street, or are you on like a middle street where you can still see the highway?
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not understand. I'm on the, let me get in my car and figure out what street I'm on. Because, I mean, the guy's not calling anywhere.
You can also open up your Google Maps or your, whatever your phone uses for,
I'm going to have to go around, he ain't moving.
What kind of car is it? What color is it?
It's a red Nissan Versa. Yeah, a red Nissan Versa. Yeah, his window is shot out. He's definitely
His window is shot?
Oh my God! Yes.
What kind of car is it? You stopped at the.
It's a red Nissan Versa.
Okay, go ahead and open up your mapping system on your phone and tell me what street you're on. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Google Maps. Oh my God, I want to get out of here now. I'm on Windsor. Yeah, Windsor.
And what's the crossing area?
It's literally when you're getting on I-20 or I-20 East or West, but it's close to Eugenia Street.
So Windsor and 1 second. All right, and confirm your phone number for me.
352-215-19.
Fire department that's responding, okay?
Okay.
All right, so give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and are you with the patient now?
I'm at the location now.
I understand that they're at the location. Are you with the patient? Can you see them?
I can see them in the car, yes.
Okay. And how old is the patient?
He's probably early 20s. I would say younger than 25.
Okay, is he awake?
No, he's not awake.
Is he breathing?
I don't think he's breathing. I have not seen this man move at all.
Okay, give me 1 second. Atlanta 873, a 27 Delta 1G.
I'm 7663. 7663.
Thank you, ma'am. I do need to ask you a few more questions, Kevin. If you don't know, it is okay to say you do not know, okay?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't see the assailant.
Is there any serious bleeding?
I'm not getting that close, so I'm unsure. I can't confirm that.
That's okay. I'm sending the paramedics to help him now. Stay on the line, and I'll tell you exactly what to do next. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Are you able to, I do need to ask, are you able to assist in getting him out the car and starting CPR?
Ma'am, I'm not.
It's okay if you can't. I just have to ask, okay?
I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Okay, sir, can you tell me if there's any businesses or residential or anything that you see near you guys?
There's a FedEx, and a liquor store. So there's the FedEx.
Name of the liquor store.
I think the name of the liquor store. King's Liquors. King's Liquors.
Looking, like LAKINGS?
KINGS. Yeah, liquor.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
What's your last name, sir? Kevin, what's your last name?
Cheeseboro, CHEES, B as in boy, OROUGH.
Thank you.
Okay. Again, help is on the way for him, and I'll just stay on the line with you until someone gets there, okay? Are you comfortable with doing that?
Do I have to stay here? I'm like...
Sir, before you leave, can you read me the license plates on the vehicle, please? As long as you're not placing yourself in danger, I'm ready. What state is it from?
You say, what state is the license plate from?
Yes, sir.
One moment. I'm walking back to the car. I had kind of
Don't
walked away for a
place,
minute.
all right, don't place yourself in any danger.
Okay. License plate is from Texas. And do you want... Hold on. You want the license plate number?
Yes.
R as in Robert, K as in Kilo, and then M as in Mary, 9343.
Thank you. And is that man black, white, or Hispanic?
He's a black man.
What color shirt is he wearing? Can you tell?
It's a black jacket.
Black jacket. Anything else? Anyone else in the car?
No, no one else is in the car.
Did you see or hear any gunshots?
No, I had pulled up to the stoplight and I realized he was not moving. So I'm just kind of nosy and I'm driving and I'm looking and I see that he looks like he's like immobile, like asleep. So my conscience was like turning back around. So when I turned back around, that's when I realized, like, okay, there's a bullet hole in his door.
Got it. Well, I hear the sirens in the background. Can you tell us if that's fire, police?
Fire something.
Okay.
Oh, fire's on scene? Okay. Okay.
Did they stop with the patient, sir? I don't hear the sirens anymore.
I think they're turning around. I think they had to make a...
Are you able to flag them down without placing yourself in danger to guide them to the patient?
I'm about to do it now because they probably would. I'm not sure if they would be able to get, but I'm about to.
Don't place yourself in any danger.
Yeah, he got shot, I think. Right, like, I pulled up and he was right here. It's like, no problem.
Was that the firefighters or the police?
That's the firefighters. Now I think they got on the highway. Oh, my God.
Were you talking to a firefighter or you were talking to someone else, the female in the background?
The police is here now.
Okay, let the police take over. Thank you so much for even taking out the time to report it. We greatly appreciate the call, sir.
No problem. Thank you so much for assisting.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The task of piecing together what happened to Drinks fell on Atlanta's seasoned Detective Hogan.
Remember if it was detective or investigator?
Either one.
Okay. You've been with us before, so I'll just remind you you're still under oath, and you can go ahead and have a seat.
Now, once you made some observations of the body, what, if anything, did you do next?
Well, part of our initial visit to the crime scene is I try to gather any physical evidence or determine if there's any kind of evidence on the scene that's going to be of interest to me or might further investigation. In this particular instance, we did a very thorough search for any shell casings. Like, obviously, we assumed there should be some shell casings in the intersection, or at least near the car, because of the amount of the shots that went into the car. We didn't find any. We did a very thorough investigation, and we didn't find any shell casings. No physical evidence outside the car was discovered.
And as an investigator, was that a note to you that you did not find any shell casings?
Yes. I mean, at that particular time, I had a couple of theories. Was either he was shot, the shell casings landed in the intersection, and during the period of time before the shooting happened and he was discovered, with the cars driving through the intersection, it might have kicked up some shells and moved them out of the way, and they got gone. Or he was shot from inside a car, and the shell casings were inside the vehicle he was shot from. And those were just my assumptions on the scene at that time.
Now, after Mr. Drinks was taken from the scene, did your investigation continue?
Yes.
How?
Well, I didn't really have a whole lot to go on at that time on the scene. We had identified the victim, but other than that, physical evidence was really non-existent. I received a phone call from a Detective Grimsley. It's a friend of mine who works in auto crimes enforcement in the city. He was working that night, and he had taken upon himself to look at some of the city cameras to see if he saw anything, and he called me and said that he saw two cars following out the victim out of the BP station. You could see on the camera the red car and the two white cars going down to that intersection, the two white cars pulling up beside, and then they take off through the intersection and the red car stays there. So that was a clue for me to go back to at least investigate and gather the video from the BP station at the corner of Windsor and Fulton Street to see if there was anything on that video that might help with the investigation.
Did you initially try to look at the city cameras that Grimsley first observed what he told you?
I did. I looked at them.
And
that particular camera is a long ways from the intersection. You can see, but it's grainy. It's not very clear. It just gave me really just a clue or an initiative or a idea that, yeah, there may be something there, but there's nothing definitive could be determined from the city video.
And the cameras that he was looking at, did you know where those cameras were located?
Up near Richardson, I think. Richardson and Fulton Street.
Richardson and Fulton or Richardson and Windsor?
Windsor, I'm sorry.
Detective Hogan presented the video evidence in court and talked the jury through his findings. But there are several points Detective Hogan did not note, which we will point out here.
So the Audi comes in, backs into the parking space.
And looking at the bottom of the video, is there a timestamp on the video?
Yes, it says 21:51, which is it's 9:51 p.m.
And is it on March 14, 2022?
Yes.
Quay Nichols arrives at the BP.
The driver gets out, walks inside. He's followed inside a short time later by the driver's side rear passenger.
And what time is it now? This is the time.
It says 21, when the camera changed it to 21:50 on the March 14th, 2022. See the car backing into the space outside the window. See the tail lights of the car.
And again, that's with the Audi, correct?
That's correct. That's the Audi that backed into the front just prior to the Fusion arriving. At some point, you can see it. It's hard to see, but you can see through the window that the driver's side door opens. The driver steps out and walks inside. You can follow him from this angle, follow him to the front door, and it's the young man wearing a pink hat and glasses.
Shannon Stillwell enters the BP.
So that's at 20:51, and then shortly thereafter, the driver of the Ford Fusion comes in.
Did you mean 21:51 or 9:51?
That's correct. That's what I said. I probably said that.
And at the time, did you know the names of any of these individuals who were in these videos?
Quay Nichols enters the BP and meets up with Stillwell.
So 21:52, 11 seconds or thereabouts, driver of the Fusion in the beige jacket, hoodie, green hoodie coming in. He comes in and he buys something for the driver of the Audi in the pink hat.
Miles Farley, who was in the driver's side rear seat of the Ford Fusion that Nichols was driving, enters the BP. Stillwell gives him a jump scare.
And then
The three all exit the BP.
the passenger exits with the other two drivers. Okay, now we're back at 21:53. 9:53. The driver of the Fusion and the passenger.
Farley goes and apparently speaks to someone in the white vehicle with the black top. Farley returns to the rear seat, implying someone may be in the front passenger seat, though this is not known for sure.
I'll get back in the car and sit there for a few minutes.
And what time is it now?
21:54, 20 seconds. It's 9:54, it's almost 10 o'clock. On the same day.
Nichols returns into the BP to buy backwoods.
And so that same 954 time.
Correct, 954. Makes a purchase.
Shimel Drinks arrives at the BP and parks at the gas pump next to Nichols. Investigators say that these two men are members of two groups involved in a deadly feud. Drinks does not appear to know that Nichols is right beside him.
Day, 4 minutes before 10 o'clock at night.
And had the driver of the Ford Fusion already got back into the car?
Yes, ma'am. He's returned to his driver's seat, and they sit there, both the Fusion and the Audi sit there until Mr. Drinks leaves.
Drinks exits his car and goes into the BP to make a purchase.
What time is it there?
21:57 on the same day.
And this junction has the Ford Fusion been sitting idle for approximately since about 21:56 p.m.
Sure, yes.
And the Audi, have you seen any more activity since 21:54, 21:55?
No, ma'am.
A man who was apparently having a dispute with the cashier calls Drinks over. Drinks appears to assist, then the two exit the BP together.
Mr. Drinks leaves.
And what time is it now?
21:59. We're at 21:58 now on the camera 19. $21.59. There's Mr. Drinks.
Drinks returns to his car and appears to accidentally open the trunk when searching for the gas cap release. He closes the trunk, then begins to pump gas.
And now it's in idle for about 3 minutes.
Yes.
Meanwhile, a white car pulls up to a pump. The passenger gets out, walks around the back of the car, and gets in the driver's seat. No one from the car pumps gas or goes into the BP.
And what time is it now?
So it's 10 o'clock, 2200.
And is it 22:01 or 10:01 p.m.?
It's 2201 right now on the video.
And does the red car pull off at approximately 10:01 p.m. in the video?
Yes.
Drinks pulls out of the gas station, followed by Stillwell, then Nichols.
For about at least 5 minutes prior to him pulling off.
Yes. And then the Fusion as well.
And has that been sitting idle for about 5 minutes prior to him pulling off?
Yes. This camera's capturing images. The metadata on that says it's not a military town.
Drinks passes King Liquors, followed by Stillwell and Nichols.
These red cars go by at 10:01, followed by the white car at 10:01 in some seconds. And then the third car, the white car, at 10:01.
Drinks arrives at the stoplight, followed by Stillwell, then Nichols.
The car that just pulled up to the light now is stopped. That's the red vehicle.
This car right here?
Yes. The Audi, the first car to follow the red car out is the Audi, the white Audi. It's right next to it.
That right here?
Yes. Okay. And then the Ford Fusion is right to the right of that.
That right here?
That's correct.
Is there traffic going in the opposite direction where the cars are stopped right now?
Yes, there's traffic now trying to go onto I-20 eastbound.
A third car approaches. Some believe that this car contains the shooter. Stillwell and Nichols run the red light and leave the scene.
Off through traffic.
The third car approaches Drinks' vehicle. Some say they see what appears to be muzzle flashes.
The Fusion.
A person can be seen walking in the vicinity.
Well, the Audi did, yes, ma'am.
And was there still oncoming traffic coming?
A car suddenly does a U-turn, perhaps due to seeing and/or hearing gunfire.
Or did a U-turn, which is a little
The third car is still beside Drinks.
odd.
Drinks' brake lights appear to flicker, prompting some to believe he was still alive at this time. The third car leaves.
Now, after looking at the surveillance video, did you receive any assistance from a Detective Bender?
I did.
And how did Detective Bender assist you?
Well, we work together quite often in our investigations. Detective Bender is, she sits real near me in the office, or sat real near me in the office, and she asked if she could help, and I asked her to help me identify. I knew that she was very good with our camera system, our LPR system. that captures tags. So I asked her to help me identify the cars, see if she could find the cars on the system and identify their tag numbers for me, which she was able to do pretty quickly.
And were there any particular LPR reads that were significant to your investigation?
Yes.
Okay. And what were the reads that were significant to your investigation?
So Detective Bender was able to find a white Audi that hit on a license plate reader at Windsor at Richardson Street, which is right around the corner, at 9:49 p.m. on the night of the murder, as well as a white Ford Fusion that was closely following behind it. That was at 9:50. So one was at 9:49, one was at 9:50. They were both headed in the direction of the BP station.
And is that the same area where that Vic camera was located in the picture that we looked at earlier today?
Yes, yes, ma'am, it is.
Now, after learning of the LPR reads, did you get any other investigative assistance?
I did.
What other assistance did you receive?
I was at my desk, I was going through the video, and I had some really good video of what I consider persons of interest or suspects in the murder, but I didn't have any idea who they were. So I was going through the video and taking screenshots out of facial shots as close or detailed as I could get. My intentions were to post those in a citywide email throughout to the police department to see if anybody would recognize who they were, and I could put a face with a name or a name with a face. As I'm doing that, Detective Bender is searching the LPRs. All this kind of came together at the same time. And then a Detective Marissa Viverito and Sergeant Belknap from the gang unit visited the office and came to my desk. Detective Viverito happened to see, or I asked her, do you recognize this guy? And she said she did, and she recognized two of the individuals that I had identified as suspects in the murder.
Okay.
Between her and Sergeant Belknap.
And do you recall what day of your investigation this interaction occurred with Investigator Viverito?
It happened on the 14th. It was either the 15th or the 16th. I don't remember exactly what day it was. Took the warrants out, I think, on the 16th. So I don't remember when I got the video, but it was the 15th or the 16th, one of those days.
Okay. And was Investigator Viverito able to show you any pictures regarding any of the individuals that were contained in the video?
Yes, she had been called out, and the gang unit had been called out to an incident where there were several gang members inside of a house that they, being from the gang unit, went and responded to the house. And while they were there, they took pictures of cars and of the people that were there and detained. And she showed me images of the people that were there, including the two people she had identified, and they were still wearing the same clothes. The one image that I spotted was a young man in the back seat who was wearing the leopard print shower cap. He had it in his pocket at that residence on the call that Detective Viverito was on.
Okay. And at the time, do you recall, was Detective Viverito working in Atlanta Police Department, or was she working somewhere else at the time?
She's kind of jumped around. I think she was either with the DA's office and assigned there, or she was with the gang unit, but she was in between, or one of the two.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as 166 VV.
Okay.
And does 166 VV, is that the image that she showed you when you saw her at APD headquarters?
This is the image that Detective Viverito took on the call she was on after my murder. Again, the pink hat, the hoodie, the same hoodie, and you recognize the face.
Okay. And I'm going to show you 167 VV. Was this another one of the pictures that she showed you while you were at APD?
Yes.
Okay. And were you able to get a name for the individual in 167 VV?
Yes.
And what was that person's name?
Miles Farley.
And then were you able to get a name for the picture, for the person who was in 166 VV?
Yes.
And what was that person's name?
Shannon Bernard Jackson.
And were you ever able to get a name for the third individual who was in the beige jacket and the green hoodie?
Yes.
And what was that name?
Cromarvius Nichols.
Initially, investigators did not know that Demikion Garlington was on the scene the night of Drink's murder, but a wiretap call gave them evidence that he was.
Now, when you met with Detective Hogan, were you aware if Demikion Garlington was at the BP gas station?
I was not.
At what point in time did you learn that Mr. Garlington was at the BP gas station?
When I went back and reviewed the wiretap data.
Now, as a part of your kind of continued listening to this wiretap, did you ever find any calls after the death of Mr. Shamel Drinks in the early morning hours of March 15th, 2022, with Demikion Garlington discussing the shooting or discussing driving back through a certain area?
There was a call where it appeared that he was discussing driving back through and looking at the location.
I'm going to publish State's Exhibit March 15th, 2022 at 2:01 a.m.
Yo. All right, man. There was all kinds of shit going on. I just jumped in the other car, bro. Y'all niggas don't be getting dropped off and they ain't got no motherfucking ride to go back home to. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
The fuck you getting dropped off for a nigga ride with the nigga who brought you?
Yeah.
That's stupid as fuck. So, you need to be on the damn head, so. What's on with
We right here down here.
y'all? What?
Ride past around the sea.
I'm finna go get I'm finna meet up with y'all. Nigga, I'm finna go get a fill up.
Gotta get it filled up for Mike.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm listening.
Huh?
I said, alright, I'm finna let you know what's going on.
I just, I'm pulling out now. Y'all nigga,
You back turn. You say,
I was gonna jump in with y'all.
alright. That's what I'm saying, Kyle, when you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna get the fill up now.
Alright.
Now, did you hear when Mr. Garza says that he was riding past just trying to see?
I did.
And with this call, sitting here now, were you able to remember if the wiretap picked up location data for that call?
I can't recall offhand. I'd have to review it.
Okay.
Medical examiner Melissa Sims Stanley testified as to Drink's cause of death and addressed questions about his foot being on the brake pedal when police found him.
So the findings that you just talked about, are they consistent with someone being shot while in a vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you talked about in States Exhibit 145 BV that this wound on the neck was an entrance wound. Can you tell the jurors, is there an exit wound associated with this injury, this shot to the neck?
There was not. The bullet was retained within the body.
Okay, and I should have asked you this first. In the exhibit we're looking at in 145 BV, can you tell the jurors what side of Mr. Drink's body is this gunshot wound to the neck?
This is the right side of the neck.
This would be the side that's, I guess, closest to, if you're sitting in the driver's seat of a vehicle, to the passenger, I guess, compartment.
Correct, yes.
Now, can you tell the jurors, if there is no exit wound, can you explain to the jurors were you able to determine during the external and internal portions of the autopsy that you performed the pathway of travel of the projectile or bullet through Mr. Drink's neck and into his body?
Yes, the bullet entered the right side of the neck. It was going upward, in other words, towards the top of Mr. Drink's head and to his left. So the bullet passed through the soft tissue of the neck and impacted the base of the skull, fractured the base of the skull, and caused bleeding within the brain case, and also caused a small laceration of the base of the brain. Well, in this case, the bullet fracturing the base of the skull, this represents a massive injury to the skull and also to the brain. It caused bleeding on the surface and within the brain. And whenever there is massive trauma such as this to the brain, consciousness is lost immediately. However, I could not determine whether this shot was instantly fatal or if Mr. Drink still had some cardiac and respiratory activity for some undetermined period of time. Sometimes with these catastrophic injuries to the brain can send out a signal to the heart, which causes the heart to either stop beating immediately or to go into a lethal rhythm. So consciousness would have been lost immediately, but whether death was instantaneous or there was some cardiac activity or breathing activity for some period of time, I couldn't determine.
And can you explain to the jury, based on the circumstances you kind of just described, what does, I know you described what the brain, the message that is sent to the heart. Can you explain to the jurors, are there other things that the body does under these circumstances? And I mean, are there any involuntary actions that the body can produce as it relates to someone who was shot in this manner?
Well, if there was still cardiac and respiratory activity, then there could have been obviously breathing. As people are dying, they can exhibit abnormal patterns of breathing. So I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to.
In I guess I'll give you an example. In an instance where someone is shot like this, and can someone's hands clench and it remain clenched because of the immediate traumatic injury that they received to their brain?
It's possible, yes.
Doctor, Mr. Abadi just asked, after being shot in the neck in the way that Mr. Drinks was, unfortunately, whether it's possible that one's foot could remain on a break if it was already there. And you said that's possible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is not possible, you would agree it's not possible after suffering that wound that someone would be actively moving their feet up and down off the brake. That would not be possible, would it?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Prosecutors allege that someone in Stillwell's car shot Drinks from inside the car. Shooting a gun in a vehicle would likely leave so-called gunshot residue, or GSR. But despite testing Stillwell's Audi for GSR, investigators were not able to find any.
This instrument will then allow us to see what's on the surface of those samplers. Any particulate matter that is there, we can see it, and then get an elemental profile of what those particles are made of. So again, with GSR, we're looking for molten particles containing all three of the elements together: lead, barium, and antimony. And for me, I used 2 stubs for this particular headliner.
Okay. And what was the results of your testing?
The samples from the headliner, from the Audi A5, failed to reveal any particles that are characteristic of GSR.
This finding was damaging for the prosecution's case. If someone inside Stillwell's car had shot from inside the car, investigators would expect to find GSR inside the vehicle. If they had stuck the gun outside the car and fired, they would expect to find shell casings on the ground. Investigators found neither GSR in the car nor shell casings at the scene. Following Drink's death, news spread quickly. Social media posts reflected grief among those who knew him best, including Kelvin, Shell Kell, Watts. Watts is brother of Donovan, Big Nut, Thomas, who was killed in 2015. Both Drinks and Thomas were known by the nickname Peanut. Fulton County officials have charged YSL associates with the murders of both Drinks and Thomas. In particular, Shannon Stillwell has been indicted for both murders.
And looking at 454 VV, did you also capture this in March of 2022?
Yes.
Okay. And who is in this picture?
That's Kelvin Watts in the camouflage jacket, and that's going to be Donovan Thomas with the varsity jacket on.
All right.
Right here, you'll see this is Schmel Drinks right here. The gentleman in the blue jacket with the black on is going to be a gentleman that goes by the name Jasper Walters. He's a YFN member. He also goes by Lil Man. And then in the all black, you're going to have Mr. Kelvin Watts, or Shell Kell.
Then actually, it's 470 and 471, both these images just on one page.
Yes.
Okay. And what date were these posted?
Can I refer to them?
Yes.
Investigators theorized that just days after Drink's murder, YFN associates avenged his death with a daring nighttime raid against YSL. Though no one was hit in the gunfire, the YSL members who were in the home at the time were lucky to be alive.
Now I want to direct your attention to March 16th, 2022. Did you have the occasion to respond to 2830 Waters Road in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yes.
And was that about 5 days after the incident that we just looked at?
Yes.
All right. And do you remember that APD case number?
No, ma'am.
Did you do a report in that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Will looking at a copy of your report help refresh your memory as to the case number, APD case number?
Yes, ma'am.
And why did you respond to that location?
I was called to this location for a shots fired call.
And what was the weather conditions like when you responded to that location?
It was raining a lot.
You said it was?
It was raining a lot.
What did you observe when you first responded to that scene?
When I arrived, I noticed there were shell casings laying in the grass area by the fence. In front of the fence, there was a little street. There was casings located in the street as well. There was defects in vehicles to the next door, the house next door. There were defects also in the fence and the vehicle in front of the house.
Located in front of the location?
Yes.
And what is the address on the mailbox?
2830.
Is that Waters Road?
Yes.
All right. Now looking at 249 VV. What is depicted in 249 VV?
That's where the scene occurred.
Okay. And looking at 249 VV, do you see the gate that's in front of the location?
Yes.
Are there any defects in that gate in front of the location?
Yes.
Where on the gate are the defects?
They're going to be in between the trash cans.
Okay. And for the record, is that the blue Atlanta recycling trash can and the green trash can?
Yes.
Okay. And is that also where the hand is indicating on the picture?
Yes.
All right. Now looking at 252 VV. What is contained in 252 VV?
That is a vehicle parked in front of the residence.
And there's some other kind of spots on the image. Is that from the raindrops?
Yes.
All right. Looking at 253, 254, and 255 VV, is that the same vehicle that we just looked at previously?
Yes.
Okay. Now, looking at 255 VV, what, if anything, were you depicting in 255 VV?
The defect in the vehicle.
And if we can scroll in. Is that the defect that you're referring to?
Yes.
Do you recall sitting here now what side of the vehicle that defect is on?
From this photo, it looks like the passenger side, rear passenger window.
All right. Now looking at 257 VV. What is being depicted in 257 VV?
The driver's side of the vehicle with defects.
And I'm going to show you, where are the two defects, excuse me? Or not two, where are the defects that you see?
The driver's side window.
Okay. Are there any other defects on the driver's side of the car?
I don't see, well, there's one right here below the side view mirror, a little bit further down where the mouse is.
Is that where the hand is?
Yes.
And if we can pull the photo towards the left. Are there any other defects?
I can't see from this photo, so no.
Turning, if you can look behind you, are there any defects on the back window?
It looks like it may be a defect. I can't really tell between the raindrops.
Okay. Now looking at 258 VV. Is that a close-up of the defect that we saw on the front passenger, the front driver's side window?
Yes.
All right. 259 VV. Is that a defect on the rear driver's side? 260 VV. Is that a close-up of the defect that was on the front driver's side of the vehicle?
Yes.
Now looking at 261 VV. Where's this area of the home?
This is on the right side of the residence.
And this is on the front porch of the residence?
Yes.
All right. Looking at 262 and 263 VV. What were you depicting in 262 and 263 VV?
The defect in the burglar bar and also the window.
All right. Now looking at 264 VV and 265 VV. What were you depicting in 265 VV?
Showing the defects in the doors.
Okay. And is this a defect as we zoom in at the top of the door?
Yes.
And is there another defect as we zoom in on the bottom of the door?
Yes.
If you could zoom in. Now looking at 266, 267, and 268 VV. What were you depicting the security cameras?
Yes.
All right.
A wiretapped phone call captured communication between YSL members as they ran for their lives and hid.
And did you have an opportunity to hear any calls from the wiretap around March 16, 2022, around the time in which the police or after the police were at the location? We're going to start with March 16, 2022 at 12:22 a.m.
Yo, how the hell you at? Huh? Where the hell you at? Hey, ain't like no little bad cut. Oh no, where they at? I think they in the front. Man, they gotta goddamn get through their back. They can't come in the house. Yeah, that was my house. Shut up, open the door.
And listening to that call, are you able to determine who Mr. Garnes was speaking with?
I believe he's speaking with Mr. Stowell.
And YSL members expressed relief after the shooting that they were not shot or arrested.
Oh,
You good, nigga?
hello?
You good?
Yeah. Who is this?
What the hell you mean, nigga?
Oh, I ain't even say, I ain't saving no number.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Where the hell you at? You gone?
Yeah. I'm right about to drop miles off.
Tell my boy it's all love, boy. I couldn't wait, boy. I gotta go home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just ran in the store real quick.
Yeah, so it was all love. I ain't waiting, boy. I gotta go, boy. That shit just shook the fuck out of me.
Man, what, man? When I seen it, when I seen V, I just
Man, what? Man, that whole just, man, boy, listen, boy, I just said to myself, boy, man, let me out that car. I'm gonna go in, boy, and I ain't coming back outside, boy. I don't care about having no run or nothing, boy. That motherfucker ain't moving.
Hey, boy, I said the same shit, boy. Somebody really think I'm like him, man. I'm like,
What's so crazy, bro? I was just being cheap. Actually, I was being cheap. My whole keep saying, let's get a run like that, man. I'm not gonna pay for no room. Man, listen, boy, I just said, damn, boy. They finna send a nigga to Rice Street with their money like that. Man, let me go and spend this shit on them in the room, man.
Man, what? I'm
Fuck
so
up.
hey, that's on DV. I'm in there like him, boy. I got to get my last 2,000. I got to get a lawyer then. I'm like, man. I'm in that beat like, man. Damn.
Bro, you wouldn't believe, boy. All the sticks and the guns was in the gray car.
For real?
Man, oh God, boy, and the sticks and shit in the attic.
Ooh, shit, boy, that was God, boy.
Yeah, what?
That was God. Yeah. He said it's all love. He had to get up out of there, boy. Yeah, what doing? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I made though?
Yeah, nah, man. You know how far I gotta go.
Oh yeah, Poker got down blowed up.
She what?
She blowed it up, boy.
Hey man, she blowed my shit up.
You saying Shannon okay, Miles? Hold on, this was
Alright.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'm like, I seen her. You walk past me first, I'm like, well, I know for a fact that's you.
Man, what? You knew who she was coming to then.
She say I already said the same shit though. She like, so you, cause she like, who house is it? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm telling them my first time here. She was like,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Man, listen, bro. I'm thinking. Get what I kept saying. I said, boy, I know D and Mal them smart. I know they soon them folks got her and took her to the front. I said, I know they hit that back cut.
You wouldn't even believe. I'm trying to find out what the back cut. That's why I called you.
Man, you talking about, well, I would have made one straight through the motherfucking bush back there, boy. I'm telling you, I would have went trucking back there.
But guess what? We only got caught to this dumbass nigga. Once his legs showing, he think somebody in the house dead, bro.
Man, they tell me, they like, so you telling me nobody in the house? I'm like, hell, man, I ain't listen, man. I just pulled up. I said outside for 3 minutes. Top. Them motherfuckers go popping. So shit.
Oh God, I said the same shit.
Oh God, boy, I sat outside 3 minutes. Popping. Them motherfuckers went to popping. So shit. I went to goddamn ducking and running. They to my soul, why you ain't They to my so why you ain't got down? I thought it comes on some. They to my so why you ain't got down? Come out when we said Atlanta police. I'm like shit. I don't trust Atlanta police. I'm thinking these folks. I'm thinking these folks trying to get her to come out. So I stayed in.
Yeah.
Oh God. They're like yeah. I'm like yeah. I'm like look, bro. Y'all question me like I'm a suspect. I'm a victim. They're like yeah. You right. They're like, but let us do what we gotta do. We're gonna get back with you if everything come out clean. Then let y'all go. Like say less. I'm in the car sleep. I keep when they tell me that I kick back and go out.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know what they can't get the video from Nick camera cut.
Hell nah.
Yeah. Okay, man.
Man, you wouldn't believe, boy. I'm in the motherfucker like, boy, I know they can't come in here. We good, bro. I'm telling bro, like, we good, but they proud.
Y'all was at? You told me I was in the woods.
Huh?
You told me I was in the woods.
I was up under the house, man. You don't see how dirty I am?
Oh, we heard them get they like, hey, move. She like, hey, my dumb ass I go out the back door. So I go out the back door, right? So I'm finna go toward the car and hop in the car, just sit in the car the whole time. That's what they at though. Man, I go to the other side, try to hop the fence. They like that. Hey,
I'm telling you what you gonna do. Go hit that cut, boy.
I know it. I asked everybody what the cut was. They said they didn't know.
Man, listen, man. You probably made your cut. Yeah, like you ain't from the hood, boy. You know how this shit go. I would have went back there and made me a cut, boy. I would have been trucking through the motherfucker. That's why my goddamn shoes so dirty, my pants dirty, and my shoes dirty.
Real. They say, so is this about Matt, man? I say, ma'am, I don't know.
Man, yeah, man, listen, man. They asked me, do I know Matt, man? I said, I don't know no motherfucking Matt, man. Who are that?
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm not even from over here, bro. I'm from Tumbleville area, bro.
Yeah.
So what you doing over here? I said, I came to see a friend, man. I'm trying to talk about that game, man.
Fuck you talking about? Damn, man. That whole blowing me up. That whole thing, nigga Sheen, all type of shit. That nigga was so cool though. He got down, called it back. I need to put a lock on my phone and take my have my messages pop out.
This shit crazy, boy. I'm finna go in, boy. I'm finna gotta get out the driver's seat, let her drive, tell her drive slow as possible. I got down, my stupid ass went in the car, got my stick out the car and my FN out the car. Why 12 right there? And got in the car, pulled off. They're really why I ain't want to wait on mine.
Yeah.
Huh? Alright.
I'm gonna text you now. Hey, yeah, man. Folks blowing her air right. She called too.
Sure. How she get some? How she get that though?
I don't know. Cause, you know, Kira got my Instagram on her phone.
Oh.
Everybody DMing like, "Is you okay?" So goddamn, y'all blowing up. So she say her and Kira was already on the phone. I get Kira sent her number to
Pope.
Yeah, Pope. And all them was on the phone. I'm like, damn, man. But I say, I'm like, here, bro.
Bro, listen, bro. I kept saying to myself, I don't know what the fuck. I'm on drill time though, so I'm really like, but I ain't going nowhere. But I'm telling myself, pull off, AB, pull off.
You ain't hear me say, boy, let go.
Man, listen, you said let go, Miles said let go, Brett said let go, but I'm on drill time, so I'm just like, man, fuck that, boy.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. This time they served. He was just telling me like, he was like, either somebody follow D or your girl or it's that whole Elmo, cause they serve Elmo. I was like, man, Elmo, Elmo fuck with them folks.
Yeah. Ain't nobody follow me. Nobody on the square road when I got off of nothing.
Man, listen, man. Don't nobody know my hoe. Cause my hoe in a runner, man. Fresh runner, new runner. Them motherfuckers just got any run. And my hoe coming from goddamn, all the way from goddamn out here. So, come on, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, man. I know for a fact nobody follow me. Don't even know what I'm in. Don't nobody know I fuck with the hoe.
Don't nobody know what I'm in. That's what I'm telling. Like,
Yeah.
these folks ain't knowing these cars. That's what I'm telling him. Like, bro, these folks ain't knowing none of these cars, bro. All these cars are some new goddamn cars. Niggas ain't played.
Yeah. Damn, man. I hear them boys know it. Damn.
They're crazy, bro. Don't nobody know. Them folk don't be knowing where that spot at, man.
Yeah.
Somebody get that drop out, boy.
Boy, on God, boy, that's what I believe. On TV, that's what I believe, boy.
Somebody had get it. Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I know you happy like I'm happy, boy. I'm happy as hell, boy. I just was saying to myself. Get what I just was saying to myself. I just was saying to myself, boy. Man, all these niggas might get out except me and D, boy.
Oh, man, on God.
I'm like to him, boy.
I'm gonna call you back out.
Yeah.
Who were the two people talking on that call?
Mr. Garlington and Mr. Stillwell.
So who killed Shymel Drinks? Though it is not clear, What does seem clear is that the killer was in one of the 3 cars that pulled up next to him at the light on March 14, 2022. Some believe it was someone in either the car in which Stillwell or Nichols was traveling. Others believe that the killer was in the 3rd car. Some even speculate that the killer was someone on foot. What do you think?